These are the steps that are involved in Java's database connectivity. As normal, I have my Java program and the multiple databases that are available. Now, as normal, I will be making use of my driver software in order to perform this operation, that is linking of Java program onto your database. If so, I have to do this. If so, I have to achieve this. There are 5 important steps that has to be very importantly taken care. Which are those 5 important steps, sir, if you ask me? The 5 important steps are, the first one is loading of the driver. How do you load the driver? I have already told you, loading of the driver is taken care by driver manager.register driver. Loading is nothing but registering the driver. How do you do that? By making use of driver manager.register driver, and the other one is class.forName. These are the 2 approaches using which we can perform what? We can perform loading of your database drivers, or registering the particular driver onto the database, onto your driver manager. This is the first step. What is the second step? Second step is establish the connection onto your respective database. How do you establish the connection? We have our connection interface that we have seen. In fact, we will be seeing it now. Okay, the connection interface will help in this perspective. How the things will happen there, that I will show it to you via the code, don't worry. Okay, sir, what is the next step? The step number 3 is you have to create a statement. What is this statement creation? Statement creation means you have to execute some SQL query on the database. That SQL query itself, we call it as a statement here. The third step refers to creation of your database table or a database query. Once again, I would reiterate the things. Some of them have joined now. Okay. The first thing that we have to understand here is steps involved in Java's database connectivity. First, I have my Java program, I have my database. I am linking them together using my driver software. In order to perform this linking, I should have 5 important steps to be taken care. What is the first step? Loading the driver, which is nothing but registering your driver. How? By making use of driver manager.register driver or class.forName. Okay, sir, next step is what? Next step is establishing the connection onto the database. How? I will explain it to you, don't worry. After which, the third step happened to be statement creation. Whatever SQL query that you want to execute on the database, that query has to be created. That is your third step. What is step number 4? You have to now go to the database, execute that query. Whatever is the result that it is giving, you have to collect that particular result. That is your 4th step. Okay, sir, next what? The next step is the step number 5. Where once the data is collected, everything is now ready with you. Once everything is ready, why should you still require the connection? Connection can now be completely closed. So I will be closing my connections. Which are the 5 steps involved in database connection? If they ask you in interview, this can be a question. You have to tell, first I will load the driver, then I will establish the connection, then I will create the statement, after which I will execute the statement. At last, I will close the connection. These are the 5 important steps that are involved in Java's database connectivity. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. Let us now see how do we load the driver onto the database. So, how do you load the driver is what is our next question. So, with respect to MySQL, how do you do it? With respect to Oracle, how do you do it? You should be knowing it. I'm giving you this extra bit of information with respect to Oracle. Anyways, I'll not be dwelling into Oracle because I will be focusing purely on MySQL here. But for your information to know the things, I'm making you aware about these things. Okay. So drivers can be loaded in the following manner, guys. Now, in case of Oracle database, how do you load the driver? In case of Oracle database, there are two approaches. The first approach is driver manager dot register driver, and I will tell new Oracle driver. In other words, I am creating a new instance of my Oracle driver, which will get registered onto my driver manager. This is step number one. The step number two is like this. Directly I am passing the path where my Oracle is present. I will tell class.forName oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver is what I will tell, which will automatically create one class or will automatically create one instance and load it onto your driver manager. These are the two approaches that we follow when it comes to your Oracle database. Okay, sir, then when it comes to MySQL, how it will happen? When it comes to your MySQL database, things will happen like this. Driver manager, I will not be directly calling register driver. First, I have to create the object, create the instance. I will tell com.mysql.jdbc.driver and I will create one driver object. That driver object, now I will be giving it onto my driver manager.register driver. This is the way I create it. It differs from database to database. In all the database, it will not follow the same approach. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. So the second approach here is by making use of class.forName, and I will tell com.mysql.jdbc.driver is what I will tell. These are the multiple ways in which I can create or I can load the particular driver onto the driver manager. In case of Oracle, how it will happen. In case of MySQL, how it will happen. I have clearly demonstrated it to you. Guys, there are two ways in which I can load the driver onto the driver manager. In case of Oracle, I will tell driver manager.register driver and I will create the object inside as a parameter itself. I will create the object. And the other approach is class.forName, where I will be specifying the path where the driver manager is present. I mean, Oracle driver is present. Okay. In case of MySQL, first I will create the object, whatever is the handle of the object that I will be passing as a parameter for my driver manager. I hope I am completely clear with the things. Next what, sir? The next thing is I will tell class.forName and I will tell com.mysql.jdbc.driver, which will give me the path where my MySQL driver is present. You can directly pass whatever you are passing here as new com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Same thing you can pass as a parameter for your driver manager. Why to complicate the things there? That's why I have done it in this manner. That's it. You can create the object inside the register driver as a parameter also. No problem. You can do it. Okay, this is with respect to loading of the driver. Next, we will proceed ahead and understand how do we establish the connection now. Okay, so now everybody notice. Okay, so this is the way I established my connection in case of my databases. In case of Oracle database, I will tell driver manager.get connection. I will tell get connection will have three parameters. One is URL, username, and password. What is the URL? JDBC :oracle :thin /localhost :1521/xe. Sir, what is this, sir? Should I by heart this? Don't worry, I will give you a simple solution as how to remember this easily. Whenever I tell username, it is the database username, the credentials that you will be giving. The username and the password credentials that you will be giving. I hope I'm completely clear there. When it comes to MySQL also, same thing itself, get connection method itself. But the URL would now change. What is the URL, sir? JDBC :MySQL : /localhost 3306 slash XE happens to be, slash student happens to be the URL. Sir, what is this, sir? We are not understanding what is this URL all about. Don't worry about the URL. The next slide will talk only about the URL itself. When it comes to your, database of MySQL, you would have given the password username as a root by default. And the password would have been root itself. Those are the credentials that you have to give here. I hope I'm completely clear. When you have to establish a connection with respect to Oracle, this is the approach that you have to do. And when it is with respect to MySQL, this is the approach that you have to follow. Okay, now notice the things, guys, everyone. This is the URL explanation with respect to each databases. The connection can be established in the following manner. In the case of Oracle database, this is the URL that we will be using. JDBC Oracle thin // localhost 1521/XE. This is the URL that we will be using. What will this URL mean if you ask me? JDBC happens to be an API. I have told you. Application Programming Interface is my JDBC. What is Oracle? Oracle is my database. What is thin? If you remember the drivers, thin happened to be your driver. Localhost is what? Localhost is a network to which you are connected. That is the network. What is 1521? When you are installing Oracle, it will take a default port. That is your 1521 as the port. What is XE? XE stands for Express Edition, which is your actual service provider. I hope now you are able to understand. Firstly, what you are getting connected onto the API. Under the API, you will now check for which database. You will select Oracle database. Which type of driver? Thin driver. Where to connect? Inside within the local host. Which port number? 1521. What operation? Service provider will take care of that. I hope I'm completely clear with what is this URL specifying and what is it actually meaning. Okay. Now, with respect to your, MySQL, what will be the case? In MySQL, this is the case that we have. Okay, sir, what will JDBC mean? As normal, it is the API. What is MySQL? MySQL is the database. What is localhost? It is the network. What is 3306? It is the port number. Okay, sir, now tell me what is this student? This is student, I have written it. It will keep on changing depending upon the internal database that you would have created inside MySQL. So, student happened to be the database name. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. What is student? Student is the database name. It can be employee, it can be cricketer, it can be a footballer, it can be an actor, it can be a producer, anything for that matter. So that is one database within my MySQL I would be creating. How do I create that? That also I will demonstrate. Don't worry about it. So I hope now you have got a clear-cut clarity on what are the things that are there inside the URL. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. Service provider means the XE stands for Express Edition. Express Edition, what all services you can perform, within that Express Edition, that will be taken care by your XE. Okay. Port number is what? Port is port number. The port number is the one through which your Oracle has got installed onto your system. It is in 1521 port number of your system that your Oracle would be existing. 3306 is a default port number through which your MySQL would be getting installed. I hope I'm completely clear with that particular point. Yes, in case of MySQL, we need not specify the driver because in case of MySQL, by default, it will take the thin driver itself. The updated driver itself, it will take. Okay. In case of MySQL, I have written it as in case of Oracle database itself. Please change it to in case of MySQL database. It's a small printing mistake. That's it. It's a small printing mistake, guys. Please abide by it. Okay, this is with respect to the URL explanation. Okay, next what, sir? Next, everybody notice the things. So this is my first program with respect to my Java's database connectivity. What is a program? Write a program to load the driver and establish a connection onto the database. This is my first program, which one of your friends just now asked, sir, please write the program and explain it to us. That's why I'm writing this code. Please notice how do we perform this operations. Okay, sir, next what? Now everybody notice what is the code for this. In case of MySQL database, what should I do? In case of MySQL database, firstly, I will be having my import statements. These all are my import statements. Automatically, these things will be imported once you start typing the programs. I will tell class program1 as normal inside the main method. I will tell com.mysql.jdbc.driver is equal to driver type D. What is this doing? This is going to create one instance of the driver, which I will be giving it onto my driver manager.register driver. So the next method of doing this is, I can even tell it by making use of class.forName. How do I tell it? com.mysql.jdbc.driver is what I will tell. In both these cases, I will be able to perform what? I will be able to perform registering of the driver. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. After which I will tell driver loaded successfully. These are the statements that is going to do what? This is going to do the loading of the driver. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. Okay, sir, next what? Next, I have to establish the connection. How do I establish the connection? I will tell driver manager dot get connection, and I will tell JDBC :MySQL :localhost :3306 trial happens to be one of the database that I have created. And my system's username and password happen to be root and root. So three important information you are supposed to give in connection method, get connection method. URL, which you have given, username is root, password is root, which I have given already. Okay, sir, next step is what? Next step, I will just tell it as the connection is established. What is this line doing? These lines are used for connection establishment. I hope I'm completely clear with these things. And this completes your first program, that is the program to establish connection onto the database. Firstly, to your MySQL database. Class.forName C should be capital because C is an inbuilt class in Java. I mean, it is a class itself. Class by name class itself we will be having. What is trial and root? That's why you should be listening when I tell you clearly. Trial happens to be one of the database that I have created in my system. What is root? Root is the username. Root is the password. Please go through the URL once you will understand the things. Refer your notes. URL. JDBC means what? API. Okay. MySQL is what? Database. Okay. Localhost. Network. Okay. 3306 what? Port number. Okay. Trial. What is the relevant one there? It is the database name. That name I'm giving there. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. Root is what? Root happens to be what? It happens to be one of the username. What is another root? Another root happens to be the password. Please refer to your connection line. You will understand the things better. Class.forName. Guys, if you have not attended my class, it will be difficult. I have clearly told in the initial stage itself, class.forName is another way to create to load the driver. That is one more way to load the driver. Here I have demonstrated that I will be doing it I can do it in both the ways. But if you do it in any one of the ways is also sufficient. In any one way, if you do it is sufficient. Here, in order to make you understand, if I write only class.forName, some of them might question, sir, Why you are using class.forName? Can't we use driver manager? That's why I've used both of them here. Both of them will help us in loading the driver. Okay. So when it comes to your interview, what kind of questions will be asked on this, sir, is what one of your friends' question is. Okay. What kind of questions can be asked is, how do you load the driver? That is one question. What are the different ways in which you can load the driver? That is one more question. Can you explain the URL pattern for loading MySQL database on, connecting Java and MySQL database? You have to explain the URL. Okay, what is the method that you use to get the connection onto the database? You have to tell get connection method. To load the driver, register driver is what you have to tell. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. Okay. These are the probable questions on these particular concepts. The type of questions that can be asked is, what are the different ways in which you can register the driver onto the database? That is, there are two ways. One is class.forName driver manager dot register driver. Second question, what is the URL pattern for loading MySQL database or Oracle database? Both of them I've explained it. You have to explain that. You have to tell which one is better one, driver manager dot register driver or class.forName they will ask. You should tell both of them perform the same task. It is up to the user as which one to select. He can select driver manager dot register driver also. He can select a class.forName also. Okay. Okay. So guys, one of your friend has a question. Sir, here initially we are having a driver method being called here. Here we are not specifying anything. Here I am not specifying under class.forName is for a reason. Why? Because there I am specifying the path itself directly. There I am creating the object. Here I am specifying the path where the actual driver is present. Automatically it will go there, fetch the driver and load it onto your registered driver. Load it onto your driver manager. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. In the second class.forName, what you'll be giving is the path where your driver is present. I hope I'm completely clear for you now. Okay, let us proceed ahead. This was with respect to MySQL database. Now, the same with respect to Oracle database, how do we do it is what we have to see. Now, everybody notice the things. To connect Oracle database, what should we do? We have to perform these set of codes. Firstly, I will tell driver manager dot register driver, new Oracle driver is what I will tell. Okay. This is one way. Another one is class.forName where I will tell the path where Oracle driver is present. These are the two ways in which I will be loading the driver. To establish the connection, I've already told you what is the connection URL. This is the URL. After which I will tell connection established, which gives me the code for establishing the connection in my Oracle database. I hope I'm completely clear with this aspect. Quickly copy to connect to Oracle database. This is the code that we have to write. Both of them will have the same set of exceptions, guys. Both of them will have same set of exceptions because both of them will raise the SQL exception itself. Class not found exception will be raised if the particular Oracle driver that you're specifying here, if that is not present. SQL exception will be raised, when you are executing this driver manager. So only driver manager will raise two types of exceptions. One is class not found, other one is SQL exception. Guys, one small correction here. I would do it and I would tell it to you. Notice on port number as 3306, but for Oracle it should be 1521, guys. Please make that change. Please make that change. This is my Eclipse window where I'm having. I have to go for my normal Java perspective where I'll create a new file. I will tell a Java project or what. Now go back. I would open my Eclipse window here. This is my Eclipse. I hope Eclipse is visible to you all. Okay. So now what I have to do here is I will create a new project, Java project. I will tell. What is the name of the Java project? I will tell database program 1. Database program 1 I will tell, and it is asking me, do you want to create a module? I'll tell I don't want to create a module. So now my database program 1 is created. What is the next thing that I should be doing here? I will go inside this, right click, create a new package. The name of the package I will tell it as com.abc. I will say here I will create one simple class. What is the name of the class? I will tell it as first I will be doing with respect to my MySQL database. So I will tell MySQL program I will tell, and I will hit the enter key. One class by name MySQL program will be ready. Okay, sir. Next what? Now, very, very, very important step. I want everybody to focus and listen here. If this MySQL program or if the connection has to get added onto your database, you have to add one jar file. One jar file you have to add. Which is that jar file? That jar file I have stored it here. This is the jar file that I will be having. I have my MySQL connector and I have my JDBC 14. JDBC 14 is for your Oracle. MySQL connector is for your MySQL. I have to load this jar onto Eclipse. How do I do it? How I will be doing it is, notice everyone, I will right click on my project. I will go to properties. Once again, I will tell, notice everyone, write down if you want, right click on your project, go to properties. In properties, you have to select the Java build path. In properties, select Java build path. In Java build path, you have to select libraries. Java build path, select libraries. In libraries, you will click on module path, click on external jars. There you have to select the path where you have downloaded that jar. So I have it inside new folder 2 here. I will take my SQL connector. I will tell open. If you see there, MySQL connector has now got loaded onto your program. I will tell apply. Once I tell apply, it is now done. I will tell apply and close. This is the step that I have to do. Once again, I will do it for you guys. Notice, right click on your database. Right click on your database. I will go to properties. In properties, you will have to click on Java build path. In Java build path, you have to click on libraries. In libraries, module path. There, click on add external jars. Select the path where your jar file is present and open that jar. Tell it as apply, tell apply and close. Sir, where will I get this jar file? Sir, don't worry. I will be sending it to you on the Slack group. Don't worry. So this much I will be doing. Once I do this much, now I will come inside my program. I will have my main method present. This is my main method. Inside the main method, what is the first thing that I should do? First thing that I have to do is I have to register the driver. I can use either driver manager or I can even use class.forName. Firstly, I will make use of driver manager. Guys, I have already explained it 3 times. You have to clearly understand the things. You have to pay focus. One last time I'm doing it, everybody have to focus. Right click on your project, go to properties. In properties, click on Java build path. Inside Java build path, go to libraries. There you have module path. Click on add external jars. Select the path where your jar is present. Click on open. It will be loaded here. Tell apply, apply and close. This much is the step. I hope everybody have got this. Yes or no? Guys, I want an acknowledgement from everyone. Okay. So anyway, some of them are asking for the path. Don't worry, I will give you that path also. Note it down. So some of them are asking me, sir, please go slow while you're, giving the, explanations of those things. Okay. Anyways, what I'll do is I will write down what you have to do. First step, right click on the project. Second step, go to properties. Third step, select Java build path. Java build path. Fourth step, select libraries. Fifth step, click on module path. Sixth step, select add or click on add external jars. Add external jar. Seventh step, select the path where external jar is downloaded. Eighth step, click on open. Ninth step, click on apply. These are the steps that you have to do in order to load your external jars. I hope now it is completely clear for you guys. Okay, shall I proceed ahead with the things now? Great then. Now everybody notice the things. I have come back to my program here. Okay, now let us start executing the program now, guys. Now I will come here inside the main method. First, by making use of driver manager, I will write the program. I will tell driver manager. Driver manager is one such inbuilt class which is present inside the SQL package. If I press Control space, automatically it will be imported from my SQL package. Okay, I will tell dot register driver. I will tell. Now register driver, I am telling here I am using MySQL driver. So what should I do here? First, I have to create the object. I will tell new com dot MySQL dot JDBC dot driver BC dot driver is what I will tell. What will he return? He is going to return me one driver that I will be selecting here. So what will this throw? It will throw one exception, that is your SQL exception that I have collected it there. So once I do this much, my driver will be loaded onto my driver manager. Now I should check whether it is loaded or not. So if these two lines are executed, it means that loading is successful. So I will tell system.out.println. I will tell driver loaded. Driver loaded is what I will tell. Now, if I execute this particular program, what is the output that I should be getting? I should be getting the output as driver loaded. Now, let me execute and see what is the output that I will be getting. You see the output there? I am getting the output as driver loaded. Okay, sir, next what? Now I have to establish the connection. So in order to establish the connection, what is that I should tell? I will tell driver. Okay, well, before connection, let me give you a clarity on class.forName as well. Class.forName also I will explain it to you here itself. Notice, I will tell class.forName. I will tell. What is it? It is asking. I will tell. Please give me the path where your driver is present. I will tell com dot MySQL dot JDBC dot driver is what I will tell. This much I will say. And this much would be actually sufficient for us. After which I will close it here. Now this will throw an exception, that is class not found exception, that I will be taking up here. Now what is the output that I should be getting here? Now I will execute the program. Notice what is the output I got? Driver loaded. In both the cases, the output is driver loaded. It means that driver is successfully loaded. Now I have to establish the connection. How do I establish the connection? I will tell driver manager dot get connection, which is having three parts. One is the URL, other one is the user, other one happen to be the password. So what I will do here is, in place of URL, I will tell the URL that I have to specify. What is the URL that we have to give for MySQL? It is JDBC then /local host colon 3306 / trial is what I will tell. In my program, what is the one that I have used? I have used it as trial is what I have used. In my MySQL, trial is what I have used. The same thing is what I will be using. Trial is what I will be using. What is the username? Username happens to be root. What is the password then? The password also happened to be root itself. Password is also root. This is the line that is going to give the connection onto my database. Sir, is there a database by name trial in your system? Yes, it is. Now notice, I will come here, open my MySQL command prompt. MySQL command prompt I will open. Okay, 1 second. I will share the complete screen for you guys. Now what I will do is, I will open MySQL command line argument where I have to now enter the password. Password is root is what I will tell. Now, let me increase the font size a bit. I will tell font, please increase it to 28 or 30. 28 would be sufficient. Okay. Let me increase little more so that it will be helpful for you guys to understand. Okay. This is the MySQL page that I have. Now I will tell if I want to check whether my database is present or what, I will tell use trial is what I will tell. If I hit the enter key, it says that trial is not present. Okay, I will now check what is the database. Use trial is what I will check. It is not present. Sir, it is not present. What do we do? What we do is very simple. I will tell create database. Create database. What is the name of database that I want to give? I will tell the name of the database as online is what I will tell. If I hit the enter key, what it is telling, query, okay, one row affected. It means that I have created one database. Now I will tell use, online is what I will tell. Online I will tell. If I hit the enter key, see what it is telling, database changed is what it is telling. So let me check with respect to online itself here. Now I will come here. What is the database that I have to give? The database that I will be giving here is online. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. Once I'm done with that, I will tell system.out.println. I will tell, connection established is what I will tell. If the connection is established, what is the output that I should be getting? Let us see now. I will execute the program. If you see there, driver loaded, connection established. This is your first program that we were expecting. Write the program to load the driver and establish a connection onto respective database. This is with respect to your MySQL database. The code, you have already seen it and even written it. Sir, the same with respect to Oracle you show, sir. With respect to Oracle, now I will be showing it. Notice. I will create one more class. I will tell Oracle demo is what I will tell. Oracle demo is what I will tell. What I done in SQL command prompt, that I will help you, don't worry. Why have to create one? Okay, notice here. I will close it. Once again, I will start my SQL command prompt. I will tell the password is root. I want to create one database here. If you want to create a database, what you have to do? I will tell one query, create, database. I will tell. What is the database that you want to create? I will tell online one is what I will tell. If I hit the enter key, one database is created. I want to execute, I want to start using that database. So I will tell use, which one? Online one. If I hit the enter key, it will tell database changed. I hope I'm completely clear with respect to this. Give me a thumbs up if you have understood this. Okay. I presume you have done that already. I will close this. Now, I will come to my Oracle. So, since I'm using Oracle, I have to load JDBC jar. Again, the step is the same. Go to Properties, Java Build Path, Libraries, Module Path, add external jars, JDBC jar, open. I will tell apply. I will tell apply and close. Same process. That's the reason I have done it little fast. The process would remain the same, guys. Which process, sir? The same 9 process is what we have to do here also. These are the processes that we have to do to load the JDBC jar as well. Now, everybody notice the things. I will tell main. Inside this, I have to load my Oracle driver. So I will tell driver manager dot register driver. I will tell here. I will tell new Oracle driver is what I will tell, which will be imported from the path where my Oracle driver is present. If you see above import statement. So now what will this do? This will throw one declaration that is SQL exception. After doing this, I will tell system.out.println. I will tell driver loaded. This is what I will tell. If I execute this program, let us see what is the output I will be getting. See, driver loaded is what I have got. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. Now, with respect to class.forName, how do we do it, sir? If you ask me, with respect to class.forName, I will tell class.forName for name. What should I tell here? I will tell Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver is what I will tell here. This is the URL, or this is the thing that I should be telling. It will tell class not found exception. Now I will tell throw that exception. Now let us see what will be the output of this particular program. If I execute it, notice what is the output. Again, driver loaded is what I'm getting as the output. I hope I'm completely clear with this particular point. Okay, sir, next what? Next is my connection establishment. I will tell driver manager dot get connection. I will tell. Three things I have to give. What are they? URL. What is the URL? JDBC Oracle thin @/local host 1521/XE is what I will tell, and XE should be in capital letters, guys. Okay, so I would close it here. What is the username? I have given the username as system. What is the password? Password is also system itself. Password is also system only. I will close it here. Now I will tell system.out.println. I will tell what connection established. Connection. Notice what is the output that I will be getting. Driver loaded, connection established. I hope I'm completely clear with the points that I had mentioned in my slides. Yes or no, guys? Any doubts in this? Have everybody understood the first program, loading the driver and establishing the connection, guys? Okay, so callable statement is used to create the callable, stored procedures. What is this stored procedures? Going ahead, you will understand, and also in your database, you would have understood about something called as procedures. Anyways, I will take it up, as and when we progress up to that extent. Okay, the next thing is, the prepare statement, return type, the prepare statement, which accepts a string as the input. What is this? Whenever we are having a statement or the query that is being created, having some set of parameters. Such type of queries should be created using prepare statement. Sir, can you give an example? Insert into student values. Such values you will be giving. Whichever queries is having some values being contained, such type of queries, we call it as prepare. We can create it using the prepare statements. I hope I'm completely clear with this particular aspect. Okay, sir, what is the next one? What is the next one? I will tell you, but well before that, these are the four important methods that we have to understand when it comes to your connection interface. Some of them are asking, can you explain why we load the jar files? Why we load the jar files is, we need, if you remember, we need to have certain libraries present, which has to be used for the database connectivity. Those libraries are provided through these jar files. Okay, so those method calls, all those things are provided through your jar files. That's why we have to load these jar files. How do we load? I have already given you the screen as well. I have given you the 9 important steps. I will even display that by end of today's session. What does this SQL.statement interface mean? I'm telling statement, prepare statement, callable statement, create statement. Why are we using all these things is what we have to understand. Now notice. Why we use it is to execute a SQL specific statement or SQL specific query. Okay, Next one, JDBC supports 3 type of statements. What are they? Statement interface, prepared statement, callable statement. All the 3 are interfaces, and there are 3 types of statements. I hope I'm completely clear. So now, how are they actually organized? If you ask me, the relationship between them would look something like this. The main would be the statement interface, which will be extended by the prepared statement. There will be one more interface called as callable statement, which will be extended by which is extending from the prepared statement. Since all the 3 are interface, between the interface, I cannot have implement relationship as per one of the rule of interface. So what relation I can have is only a type of relationship. I hope I'm completely clear with the things. It means that prepared statement is extending few characteristics from statement. Callable statement is extending few characteristics from prepared statement. Okay, you can directly execute the same program itself.